Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Daily Video Devo. Renee here, and I'm at the Pastors Conference I told you guys about here in Colorado. And I'm with Kyle Brooks and Bernard Emerson. And these two guys co-pastor a church called Tapestry in the East Bay. And what makes it such a great story, and it's actually been covered by NPR, by the San Francisco Chronicle and other outlets, is that Kyle pastored an all-white church, basically, and Bernard an all-black church. And they decided we're going to combine forces. We're going to merge our churches. Not only do they come from different ethnic backgrounds, but also Kyle, as you can tell, is a young man. Bernard's maybe a little bit closer in age to me. They're separated by a generation. So you've got generational differences, ethnic differences, and yet they're in ministry together. And I just thought that'd be great for you guys to hear, because we've been talking about how Jesus wants us to get beyond our tribes and get together. It starts like in Matthew 7, verse 1, where he says, "Do not judge lest you be judged." And yet, honestly, if we're honest in our hearts, we do judge other people who are not of our tribe. So I'll just let you guys take it from here.
One of the things that Bernard actually has taught me about getting sort of outside of our tribal identities, or the identities maybe, I guess, that the world creates for us, and the families that the world creates for us rather than the family that God creates for us, is that, man, this guy just committed to me. He just committed to me. Like, he was calling me brother long before I actually even felt comfortable with it. Because and he really meant it. It wasn't just a Christianese thing to say.
Yeah. Bernard, how about you?
Well, it was some fears going into it, because, you know, typically you don't see a black senior pastor with white parishioners. And that kind of scared me. Because I was like, would they truly follow me? And would they accept me as their pastor? Thank God that it's been my dream job so far.
Wow.
It's we're clicking on all cylinders. We're cooking with gas, and I'm just waiting to see. I'm excited to see what the Lord is going to do next.
Oh, that's awesome. How important is it in overcoming our own prejudices and stereotypes to actually get to know people who are different than us? Can you speak to that just a little bit, either one of you?
Oh, yeah, it's very important, and that's what we want to create around our church. People that know each other intimately, and they can see the kingdom of God in that person.
There was a person in our church who felt like maybe our church was going a different direction than she was going spiritually, and we had no idea until she said something like, "Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be around much longer." And so we sat down and talked. It turns out that it was because of a sermon that Bernard preached, but she just really didn't understand the context that he was speaking from, and didn't know his story well enough to understand what the sermon actually meant.
Right.
And so, you know, and I think that happens all the time. We have these kinds of conversations where we're just talking past each other because we don't really know each other.
Right.
And if we could really get to know each other, know each other's hearts, know each other's families, know each other's histories, we would have a lot more productive conversations and a lot more love.
That's good. Well, listen, your story's a real inspiration just personally to me, and I trust it'll be for our whole church too, to move beyond those tribal boundaries that we set up in society, all kinds of different boundaries.
Yeah.
And to move beyond those and really get to know each other and to focus on Christ, right? What we have in common. So thanks you guys very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.